Are you still manually typing out your AI prompts and literally losing hours of your week? What if your business could execute its entire video production cycle in exactly 4 minutes flat with zero human intervention? Welcome to The Explainer, where we're bridging the massive gap between your manual, everyday operations and a fully automated future.
To cut right past the fluff, we're jumping straight into an incredible interview narrative with Silicon Valley Girl to deconstruct her exact, unsimplified blueprint for operational efficiency. She interviews the best minds in AI and implements their hardcore strategies directly into our own social media company. So let's deconstruct her system, layer by layer, starting at the absolute foundation.
Now, before you even think about building any automation, you have to extract the exact tools needed to build a structured data layer. Because adding AI agents on top of unorganized files, that just scales your chaos. Layer 1 is the queryable knowledge base. This is where you explicitly store your performance metrics, your transcripts, and your brand voice in one centralized, completely accessible location.
To shift from typing prompts to simply complaining to your AI via voice, which, by the way, AI expert Ali Miller points out gives the system 10 times more context, you need a very specific tech stack. The host uses WhisperFlow for flawless English to Russian translation, and Trent to process audio recorded straight from her Apple Watch. But the most absolutely crucial detail here? This data is filtered through a strict anti-AI tone file alongside her personal constitution and business goals. That ensures the output perfectly replicates her actual human voice. Okay, so once your data is strictly structured, we move to Layer 2 task-specific desktop workflows. This is the exact point where AI stops needing you to re-explain your business every single time. By testing Claude as a native desktop application, they utilize master folders for broader business context and then dedicated subfolders for hyper-specific tasks like generating titles, thumbnails, and scripting.
And this brilliantly illustrates the exact 4-minute production cycle running end-to-end without a single human bottleneck in the middle. By using Hicksfield MCP, which is just a 30-second setup, Claude suddenly has hands. It reads exactly 5 specific newsletter posts, extracts the single strongest hook, writes 3 distinct video scripts, and generates 3 15-second videos using GPT Image 2 and Synth 2.0. That entire closed loop finishes in 4 minutes flat, all while the host is busy on a separate call.
Moving to Layer 3, Scheduled Agent Setup. The crucial mindset shift you need to make here is that agents aren't running the whole company. Instead, they are executing highly specific database tasks on an unyielding timer. A prompt runs on a strict schedule, connects to exact data, and delivers a fully structured output.
I absolutely love how this maps out the precise, unsimplified weekly cadence. Every Monday at 9 a.m., an agent drops 10 trending video ideas into a document before anyone even logs on. At 10 a.m., another agent delivers a 7-day tech and business news summary. Daily, it tracks Silicon Valley Girl media mentions. And every Wednesday, a specialized agent scores declined podcast guests on 8 strict criteria, drafting fresh outreach messages using news hooks from the exact past 7 days.
By using an agent to process those non-responders based on those exact criteria, the guest producer got exactly 75% of her week back. Think about that. She went from spending 80% of her time on people who were actively ignoring her to spending just 5% of her time reviewing highly targeted, automated draft messages.
Next up is Layer 4, Vibe Coding Custom Dashboards. Taking direct inspiration from Duolingo's Louis Van Ahn, the team used Claude Code to build a custom Telegram alert system. The rule is simple and uncompromising. If 5 shorts haven't been published in a week, the dashboard pushes a direct push notification to the editors. The managers completely removed from the follow-up process.
Now, they also realized AI chatbots weren't recommending their podcast, so they had Claude thoroughly analyze their site. The exact problem? Their transcripts were hidden behind JavaScript, totally invisible to AI. So they immediately rebuilt a fully static site using machine-readable JSON LD schema. This ensured crawlers like PlexityBot and GPTBot could actually read and process their data. To put that into perspective, that translates into exactly 11 languages updated on their Wikidata entry to properly feed those AI crawlers. They systematically changed her outdated 12-year profile from just vlogger to podcast host, entrepreneur, angel investor across those 11 different languages. By tracking this through an app called PKI, they saw their AI search visibility double, literally double.
Finally, we reached Layer 5, Closing the Loop and Credit Usage. This final layer is where human bottlenecks are removed entirely. They use tools like Granola to turn every single decision into structured training data. Every strategy call, every piece of editor feedback must be captured.
For example, if an Instagram reel under 5 seconds overperforms, the AI immediately briefs the editor to double down on that exact format, skipping the manager's report altogether.
And get this number, 1 billion tokens. That is the exact number of tokens used in a single week by a codex builder. It proves that high credit usage is the new ultimate metric for a leaner, faster team. Instead of hiring more human coordinators for sponsorships or community management, you have to see yourself as an AI founder investing heavily in automation credits to aggressively pace your team's adoption of these exact tools.
All right, let's rapidly fire off this high-density core review to explicitly lock in every single quantified metric and tool we just extracted. 75% time saved by the guest producer, 11 languages hard-coded for AI search, 1 billion tokens utilized weekly by top builders, a 4-minute end-to-end production cycle, 8 precise criteria for scoring guests, and exactly 5 posts read to extract a single creative hook.
If you remember just one underlying logic from today's explainer, let it be this powerful single-sentence takeaway. AI acts as a closed loop that iterates infinitely faster only when human bottlenecks are completely removed.
So I want you to look at your own operations and think critically about your practical project plan. If you are going to replicate this project, what is your very first step? Leave your specific implementation plan in the comments below, and I will personally help you avoid the pitfalls.
Drop that comment right now to grab the exact tool list used in this blueprint and start building your self-running system today. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.